Hello, I'm Ray Huron. This is a Suzuki GSX-8S and it's a long-term bike. Time to make it ours. Time to do some modifications. Alright, so the things I plan to modify on this bike are not groundbreaking. I actually quite like it the way it is. There's two things that I really just can't stand though. One is bike maintenance, chain maintenance. I got to do that every week because I'm doing 300 Ks a week on the thing. And the second is I got to have somewhere for my phone because I like to be able to see the screen when I'm doing turn-by-turn navigation. If it's in front of me, I know I haven't forgotten it. So let's get into it. Okay, so the devices that I've chosen for my modification, this is one. This is the Scottoiler X-System 3.0. The cool thing about the Scottoiler X-System 3.0 is the installation is completely reversible. Other Scottoilers, you've got to chop the vacuum lines and put a T-junction in there and all that sort of jazz. This one here, you attach the reservoir to the bike, you run a cable to the battery, and you run the dropper to the rear sprocket. That's it. Nice and easy. The other thing that we are installing underneath this big pile of stuff is the Quadlock handlebar mount, wireless USB charging base, and the waterproof 12 volt to USB smart adapter. Now the cool thing about the waterproof 12 volt smart adapter is it goes straight on the battery again, no splicing into wiring, and it measures the battery voltage. So as soon as your voltage goes below 12.5 volts, it turns off. As long as it's above that, it stays on, supplying the wireless charging head with power, and your phone on there stays charged. I quite like that. And I'm going to slap the bar mount directly on the middle of the handlebars. So that's all the kit that we are installing on the Suzuki GSX-8S. It's probably time to get into it. First thing we're going to have to do is get access to the battery. It's one of the first times I've opened up the pillion seat. Which way does it go? That way. Alan! 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 Seat off. Nice work. Okay. Okay, how are we going to do this? I've got to get the wireless charging cable under the tank up to the bars. What do we think the easiest way to do that's going to be? Oh, yep. That comes off easily. This is the smart piece of kit, right? So you've got an auto switch, you've got an off, and you've got an on. So that would be on all the time, draining your battery. This is auto, so it's reading your battery voltage, and when it's high enough, it's charging, and you can turn it off if you are putting your bike into storage for a long period of time. So the beauty of this is they give you heaps of cable, because not only have we got this much cable to a USB from our mains, but our wiring loom is this big as well. So the USB weatherproof wireless charger. Let me in, give me your goodies. So we've got all the installation guff that we need. We're also going to put a vibration dampener on here, but we don't need that right now because what we do need, and we've got two of them here, is the USB to USB-C. Now I'm going to use the right angled one, but it does come with a straight one if you so desire. And that's the cable that we're going to be running down through our bars and under our tank. So we need this to pop up here somewhere, something like that. But the rest of this needs to go down under here. So we're going to route the cable basically the same way as the rest of the wires and everything go, down through here. Alright, there we go. We now have USB-C at the right end, USB-A at this end. The trick now is because we've got so much wire, it's going to be hiding it all. And that's going to require some cable ties. And it comes with an inline fuse as well. Okay, that's all connected. Alright, we need the smart thingamajig. Plug in on this end. Plugged in. Okay, now we need a vibration dampener. Plug in. Look at that. Almost, apart from that one panel, the perfect crime. No one would ever suspect a thing. Do you remember what the other part of the equation was? The Scottoiler. This is the Scottoiler reservoir. You fill it up, you set your flow rate here, you turn it off and on here, and it all just runs straight onto the battery, which is pretty easy. Half the battle, of course, is working out where to put it. It does need to be kind of vertical, so somewhere like that could be a good option. Okay, now it's just a matter of tidying up cabling, which is reasonably easy. Just a bunch of cable ties. And I'll tidy all that up shortly, because next thing I want to do is prime it. So, power on. Priming. Scottoiler installed on the pinion peg, line up and around here, all tidy, and dropper just down here on the sprocket. The beauty of this Scottoiler is it's electric, so it's measuring when the bike is running. It's pumping oil to the sprocket when it is running, and it turns off when it's not. Now all we need to do is keep an eye on the sight glass here, and when it gets a bit low, we fill it up. That's my chain maintenance. No more cleaning, no more oiling, done. Now there is a Scottoiler for pretty much any motorcycle, whether you don't really want to go with the electric model, you want to go with the vacuum powered model. That's absolutely your prerogative, and they work just as well. It saves you a lot of time, especially if you are commuting or doing big miles on your motorcycle. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come along for the ride. We've got plenty more to do on our Suzuki GSX-8S long-termer.